What up, y'all? We're back. Boomer Backfield back here. Post-game LSU. Before we get started, follow us on all of our socials. We're literally on every single social media. And make sure to like and subscribe because that'll help us bring you guys the best content as possible. And, we're going to have a good one for you. Got a lot of things going on. We're heading into the off-season. And, we just got back from Baton Rouge about 10 minutes ago.
Yep.
After we got a whooping.
Mm-hmm.
It's as simply and plain as I can put it. We got a whooping.
Yeah.
My name's Colby, by the way.
Oh, my fault.
Are you
My
good?
name's
You
Kylan.
good?
My name is Spencer May.
Boom back backpack.
Yeah. Where to start?
Yeah. We were in it for the first half.
That's what's crazy.
And
Going
then
into
we had-
halftime,
I was like,
they had the momentum. They went They were going crazy, but
We were in it, and
we
it
were
looked like
in
we had a
it.
chance to win.
yeah, honestly.
I got some jambalaya, came back, and
did they serve jambalaya in
we
the
were
stadium?
not. We didn't have a chance to win.
We have a few stories. The game analysis is going to be quick because it's not much to say.
I'll upload that
Yeah.
clip. So there's this guy at the game, and he was, I don't know, probably early 40s,
Yeah.
something like that, and he was chirping. But it was funny because we were chirping back at him, but I don't think he realized we were making fun of him. And so, how do I explain this? He would say something, and we'd go,
Like that stupid laugh that we do. And so he's looking at us, and Colby's doing it, and he goes, "Oh, you're like a little Jack in the Box. You just wind him up, and you." And so the clip that we insert, it's like him saying, "Come on, Jack in the Box."
yeah.
Come on, Jack in the Box. Wind that shit up.
Come on.
Wind that shit up.
Come on. Wind it up, baby. Hold on. I feel it.
Yeah. And then Kylan goes, but yeah,
It's
he
ridiculous.
thought that's how our actual laugh was. And we're like, wait, he doesn't realize we're, and then so we kept doing it. We're like, this is hilarious.
And everyone behind us is dying.
They're
laughing.
dying
They
laughing.
think it is the funniest
yeah, this
thing
older
ever.
couple behind us is laughing. This guy and this daughter. It was fun. There was no hostility. We weren't just
Yeah.
clowning the guy. He was clowning us. But it was just it was so silly. He made this joke about hot chocolate, which I'll post a video about that.
About hot chocolate.
He was like, all you OU fans drinking hot chocolate. A real man drinks beer. We deal with the cold. And this kid walks up. He's like our age. And this guy's like, oh, you fan? You got hot chocolate? You got chocolate? He's like, go enjoy it. And the kid's like, I will go and enjoy my hot chocolate. This is a very delicious beverage. That's what he said. It was so funny.
Hot chocolate! Hot chocolate! Hot chocolate! Hot chocolate! Hot chocolate! You want some? You want some? You want some? No! It's hot out here for me, baby. It's too hot. It's too hot.
But it was funny is that overall I was expecting the worst from the LSU fans just from everything I've heard. They were actually probably the second nicest fans that we've actually experienced. I would say
next to
Ole Miss
Auburn?
was the worst.
Yeah.
Mizzou was probably the second
I would say
worst.
Auburn's probably the first.
Auburn was the
least-
nicest.
The nicest, yeah.
Yeah, so nicest to worst was Auburn, LSU, Mizzou, and Ole Miss. Ole Miss was the worst fans. But I was expecting a lot of bad from LSU, and this guy was the only problem. And he wasn't a threat.
Problem,
He
was
wasn't.
just being, he was
He wasn't
drunk.
throwing anything.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to fight anybody. He just kept saying hot chocolate, and then he was dancing to the music. It was kind of it was fun.
Yeah.
Nobody really was pissed off at the guy. It was just a fun. It was a fun time.
And we
so-
expected more, I think, because we ran into a guy that we met at the Missouri game.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he was like, oh, yeah, we've been here for a couple hours. And, they'll come and, sniff you and be like, tiger meat or, tiger bait
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. And we were like,
And they-
and so we literally walked through the entire tailgate scene. We
Yeah.
were trying.
yeah.
This
I don't
guy
say we're
literally,
trying, but
he was
it's
like, you guys want these beers?
Yeah, he
Tossed,
gave us some
out of the-
beers.
out of
Yeah.
the box. And we were like,
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, we weren't trying to avoid the areas.
Yeah.
We were just trying to get to the stadium for
Yeah.
one, and we explored the campus a little bit.
Yeah.
But nobody said anything. The guy gave us beers. That was the worst we got. I didn't even hear a holler, you guys suck.
nothing.
Nothing. People were just walking right by us like it was no big deal. It was so interesting. So I don't know why LSU is such a bad rap. Maybe it's because when they play Alabama,
That's what I'm saying.
it's a different thing. But like with us, I was not like intimidated, scared at all. So it was
like, I kind of want to go back. Like,
And
it was
no,
honestly,
yeah.
like, super dope.
I want to go back.
And
It
that
was fun.
stadium's ridiculous.
Oh, it's different.
It is it's huge.
It's different.
It's huge.
Yeah,
The
but
triple screens where they're like
Yeah.
the 3 rows of screens
Yeah.
just makes it look so intimidating.
When you get up there,
And
they put us in
welcome
the
to Baton
sky.
Rouge
Yeah.
or
Or welcome to Death Valley.
That is so crazy. That looks so sick.
They look like ants. It's I mean,
That's
obviously
the
not
thing.
ants.
I feel like if you're standing on the goal line looking up, I mean, you can't even see. If
Yeah.
you're looking straight, you can't even see the sky.
Yeah.
Like you're literally just looking at straight bleachers.
yeah,
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's so sick.
yeah, it was insane. It was so much fun though.
Yeah.
It was. I would definitely be back in Baton Rouge. It was fun.
Baton
Jambalaya in the
Rouge.
stadium was good. It was.
That's
delicious.
crazy. They had that in the concessions.
They have
Mhm.
jambalaya. They have
I had to
like
get
the
some.
alligator
Gumbo.
They have like alligator sausage and stuff.
Oh my
It's tough.
goodness,
Yeah, I
that's
had to
kind
get
of
some.
tough.
It
Yeah,
was
that's pretty
good.
tough.
It was good, and the prices weren't expensive.
Yeah.
At all. It was not bad. It was a lot cheaper than Norman actually.
Yeah.
So overall, LSU was a pretty cool place to be. But to the game,
that was not a good place to be.
what? What happened
They
between the
did-
first half and the second half?
They did what every Garrett Nussmeier is what happened.
That was crazy. So I don't know. Like
That was voodoo.
I don't know if y'all like. He literally like had his pads off.
Yeah.
Like he was stripped down to his like undershirt and his like shorts.
Yeah.
And they had him in the locker room for like 30 minutes. Comes back out, fully suited up.
Dot.
Second play, like 40 yards into the end zone. That was crazy. Yeah, you're right. Probably some voodoo going
Voodoo,
on.
I'm telling you.
That
those-
or they got him the good
Tiger
stuff in the
bomb.
locker. Yeah.
Tiger bomb. That's
They
like
got him that
real
Tiger
Tiger
bomb.
bomb.
Yeah, they had Tiger
Oh,
bomb, but
yeah.
I'm saying like they got him the inject. Or they
Yeah.
injected some painkillers in him or
Because
something.
AJ Swan looked awful. Like when he came in the game, I was like, "Oh, we're gonna."
That's the
cook.
thing is when he came
Yeah.
in the game, I was like, oh, this is going our way. This
Yeah.
is definitely going our way.
And LSU, even
And,
LSU fans were like,
Yeah,
Oh,
they were worried
no.
for sure.
Yeah.
then he came back, dot.
What did he?
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know how that happened.
They did, in my opinion, voice crack. What Alabama should have done, which was take deep shots and expose our weakest area of our defense.
And-
And what did they do? They did that, and what was happening? Every other play, you saw Kylan Lacaze,
Who is that? Number 3.
uh,
Number 3.
Oh, Hilton Jr.
Chris Hilton Jr.
Or
Yes,
Senior.
Chris Hilton Jr. 2
They-
tutties.
Yeah.
going silly.
What's interesting though, and this is honestly really sad, is they weren't just targeting the secondary; they were targeting one guy in particular,
Eli Bowen.
Eli Bowen,
He got
which is
cooked.
crazy because he's one of the top-rated cornerbacks in college football, especially amongst freshmen.
He looked like a
And
freshman.
he had 2 touchdowns put on his head, and should have had the third one, but it was a bad pass by Garrett Nussmeier. So just
Yeah.
overall, just outsized and outplayed.
I think
which is unfortunate.
What's unfortunate for him is it is so put on tape how to beat him, and it's literally Theo Weiss and Ryan Williams have already done it to him, and so you might as well go do it again with your best guy. So Chris Hilton goes and does it to him. So it's like next year, it's like if he's out there and you have a tall, skilled receiver, you have 3 times on tape, 4 I guess, because they did it twice versus LSU on tape, where that like corner route in the end zone just it's he can't guard it, not because he's bad at the technique, it's because he doesn't have the size to guard it, which is sad because he's really good.
If you can put the ball, obviously, I mean, this is common sense, put the ball where he's not.
Mhm.
But, like, if you can throw a dot
Mm-hmm.
to where it's either, like, back shoulder, he literally cannot. He's not long enough to, like,
There's
put his
nothing
arm
he can
out
do.
and defend it. He plays it. Yesterday, not so much. But going back to last week, like, some of those catches, he's playing the ball, or even Theo Weiss.
Theo Weiss
he's
was
playing
beautiful,
it perfect.
Yeah,
He literally just cannot.
Yeah.
He can't do anything
that's
about it.
that's the thing.
It's like perfect
Yeah.
ball.
That's
Like, unless you're Sauce Gardner, who's
Yeah.
6'3" or somebody,
yeah.
you can't.
These didn't look
That's-
as
that was so
good
shit.
as a Theo Weiss
because he was
defense.
getting, like, burnt.
He did look the wrong way
Yeah.
that first time,
You're like,
but still, I mean, like it's good defense.
yeah.
It
I will
just
say
sucks.
I've yet to see him miss a tackle.
Oh, he's incredible at tackling.
He wraps it
He
up.
knows his size
Yes.
and to hold on for
Yeah.
dear life. I'm
Yeah.
going for your legs and I'm holding on for dear life, and it works.
He had
Yeah.
like 2 touchdown saving tackles. There was a they were on the right hash going this way. I don't know whatever that left on the camera because we're on the opposite side.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it was like an out route to
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
receivers and literally wide open space. Like if he
Uh-huh.
breaks the tackle, it's 6.
I
He's
think I
going
know
for 50-yard
exactly what you're
touchdown.
talking about because it was literally
And-
like I was thinking like a Lincoln Riley tackle that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, it didn't touchdown. And then Eli Bowen hawked him down. He just wrapped him up, and
Yeah.
he was still up,
He
but
just holds
he
him.
held
Yeah.
on long enough for I think Billy or
Yeah,
somebody to
somebody,
come
yeah.
help him out.
Yeah.
But I was like, if he missed that tackle, that's a touchdown. So Eli Bowen is really an expert defender and tackler. He just got outsized. Like it really just, I mean, there wasn't much he could do. That touchdown, that first touchdown catch was insane.
Yeah.
The 40-yard bomb. And then the other one was just like, he just was bigger.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you going to do? But
Yeah, so 24-17. I was very happy with the offense the first half. I was happy with Jackson, the run game. The pass game was all right, but it never has been better than all right.
Yeah.
Like, that was the best it was. And come out in the second half, and it was just literally just I don't even know. It's like, what's going on in the locker room all year?
Tomfoolery.
Because Ole Miss, same thing, 14-14 at half. We had all the momentum going into the locker room at half, and we just come out and just lay an egg. Offense shut down. A lot more holes in the defense, it felt like. Maybe that's just because they had momentum, but it just felt like everything was going their way in the second half. And it was just so strange that not a single point in the second half.
I think the weird thing was, I think I looked at Colby at one point and I was like, we're like slowly just getting whooped. Like,
yeah.
and it was from our
Yeah.
perspective, there was so much other stuff that wasn't the football. This is all like when we started, they started putting it on us was like peak of when this guy is like, we're like trolling this dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we were like, obviously you're paying attention, but it's like so much other stuff is going on and you're just like surrounded. And then
It's
it'd be
fun.
like we missed the Bauer Sharp. Obviously we're going to talk about that. How him just throwing the ball up.
We'll get there.
We didn't even see it live. Like
Yeah.
we just heard like, ah, and we were like, then we saw the replay. So, I mean, I'll let you talk about that. I know you saw it like in
Dude.
real time.
Dude. I mean, yeah, we can get into that. That was crazy. Well, it's so funny because remember at the Alabama game, I kept yelling. I was being a goofy goober, and I was like, hey, Joe John, let's run a play where we throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage to Bauer Sharp.
Yep.
And people were like making fun of me because they thought I was actually being
Yeah.
serious. And just like Joe John and Seth Luttrell
Yep.
cooked it up.
Clockwork.
Some crazy, stupid play. I think that we thought we were getting a 5-star quarterback out of Bauer Sharp because he played quarterback at one point in his life.
Yeah.
So it's like, anyways, literally like the play blows up. In my opinion, especially with how bad the offense is, you got to teach your players. I think this should be taught on all trick plays. If the trick play blows up, do whatever you can to not lose yards and not turn the ball over. Because like on a trick play, that's what receivers and running backs and tight ends do.
They just try to make
They just try to
happen.
chunk it up.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to teach that out of them. So yeah, he gets
Well-
tackled and it's like a 360
Yep.
no scope, like when you're tossing a mini to your teammate in Fortnite, and it just locked it in the air so perfectly. It was ridiculous.
What's crazy about that play is the 3 plays before that were all rushes, and they were like 8 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Double pass to Bauer Sharp the next. I'm like, we just got a touchdown.
We had
and we're
momentum, yeah.
Close to another or we just got a first down. We're close to another first down. And we do a double pass to Bauer Sharp. And I hope he's gone. I hope he enters the portal.
It's like, how do you
Go with Jaquez. Please.
I just don't understand
I
how
don't
we
want
haven't
him
learned our lesson on giving him the ball. Like it's just like
Well, he's
bad
our-
things happen when he touches the ball.
But the thing is, he's our leading receiver.
Yeah.
On the season, this is crazy. Bauer Sharp is our best receiver on the season. He had 324 yards all year. 324 yards all year, and he is our leading receiver.
Well, the thing is, I
That
feel
is
like in my opinion, as much as I just do not think he is able to play at this level of football, he was the only person at times that was open. So like he was the only person I feel like that literally found
Yeah.
a way
Fair
to
enough.
get open.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like we have to give him the ball.
Yeah,
And
enough.
as much as I wish we couldn't
Yeah.
give him the ball, that was literally the only option.
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's either like you take a sack, which we did plenty of times, or you throw it to him and he tries to hurdle a guy and gets lit up.
Yeah, I guess to your point, as much as we think that the offensive staff's
I don't think they're
bunch of
trying to give it.
bozos.
I don't think they're trying
There's
to give
no
it to
way
him.
they're a bunch of bozos. So it's like
Yeah.
they do have their job for a reason. So
Yeah.
they must be seeing something out of Bauer in practice and in game too. Like I guess he is getting open too. So
I
Yeah.
just think
I
he
don't
doesn't
know.
like. We don't have an option.
He's not getting open on corner routes. I'll tell you that much.
crazy.
I watched him run several corner routes, cuffed up. With that's another thing too about the play calling is Jackson would roll right, and we had 2 receivers on the right side of the field, which is crazy that you're only going to have 2. And the 2 receivers were Bauer Sharp or like somebody like running a slant route from the opposite side of the field. But they would have like the flat route, and then Bauer Sharp running a corner. It's like he's cuffed. He's not open. And then you're just setting Jackson up for failure because nobody's on that side of the field. Nobody's open, and their linebackers are swarming. Like that happened several times. Or I was watching Jackson roll right, and I'm like, I'm not even mad at him because nobody's open. Bauer Sharp is locked down because he's too slow to beat the safety. The safety's all over him. They have 2 guys in the flat. It's just like you can't.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of badness.
I just want to know: are we for Bauer Sharp to be the best receiver that we have on our team? How terrible are the other guys? I really want to know.
I don't want to sneak into our next section, but it's like
I know what you're. Yeah.
it's like we have guys that used to be 4 stars, right? Or like even like JJ Hester was supposed to be a talent when he got here. Jaquez Petaway. There are guys down there that are like Brennan Thompson. Like we were expecting, he didn't play, but still, it's like I don't know. It's just like how bad can they be, dude? It's like how bad. How bad?
When you look at JJ Hester, I firmly believe he has our top 3 most explosive pass
For
players.
sure.
I think
For
actually
sure.
I don't even think it's not even.
Not even a
I could
debate.
probably guarantee it.
Yeah.
He has Auburn. He has the one ever versus Maine, and he had the one yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's the only time, from my memory, that's the only time I've seen Jackson complete
An explosive play.
a 50-plus yard
Yeah.
like play.
And one of those is Michael.
Yeah. Or I guess it was. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So
only 2 of Jackson's deep balls.
and I'm just like,
that I remember.
but then again, I don't think he gets that many targets. I really rarely see him get
Fair
the ball.
enough.
Because they put him on the same route every time, and it's just a go route. They just make him run a go route every catch. What is it? Go route.
That makes you wonder, is it because he's cuffed up, or is it just because he's running the wrong route, or is he
If
slow?
he's clamped,
like what? Like what?
I don't.
know.
What's the problem?
I don't
He's
know.
6'4".
I was just saying, like being
How-
clamped at 6'4",
How is he clamped?
the jump ball is literally always there.
Yeah.
Throw him the jump ball.
Well, and you saw too. It's like he's athletic.
Yeah.
Like the catch he made yesterday
Yeah.
was it diving.
The Auburn
that
one?
was insane.
He scored from
The
90
Auburn-
yards
yeah.
out.
Yeah,
He can run.
That's what I'm saying. He's not a bad athlete.
No.
He's tall.
I don't know.
Why is he not getting the ball thrown to him? Is that a Jackson problem? Probably. I don't know. Something to think about.
Well, I will say this. I've never like looked at, and you're right, the jump ball is always there, but it's like I've never looked downfield and been like, JJ's wide open.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
He is always clamped, and that's like if I was Jackson, I'm not gonna throw
Yeah.
more picks. That's the last thing I want to do. Is
But
throw
my
more
God,
picks.
these receivers have been playing since week 2.
That's what's crazy
Yeah.
is it's
How
not.
have you not gotten
Yeah.
any better? I've never seen
Yeah.
that happen in my entire life. Is
Yeah.
you play,
You've been the starter.
you keep playing, and you're just stagnant. In baseball, which is, I mean, what I can speak on the most, if I was in the lineup day after day after day after day after day, seeing the same exact thing time after time after time, there is no way you can get worse. I just don't think you can.
Yeah, I don't know. It's also weird that it's like these aren't guys. You know, they are receiver 8, 9, 10 at this
Yeah.
point. Like we're really deep in the roster, but at the same time, it's like JJ Hester can go start at a D1 FBS school.
Yeah.
Brandon Thompson can go start at a D1 FBS school. I don't know if Jacob Jordan's a walk-on. I'm sure he could find a way somewhere.
He had ours from like Tech.
Yeah.
And all these other
Yeah.
places.
And so it's like, I don't know. It's like, why? You can make it work with these guys. These guys aren't like, we aren't walking or running out walk-on, walk-on, walk-on. We're running out guys that used to be sought-out players. So it's like, I don't know.
And if we expect them in year 2, 3 to be our starters,
Yeah.
and that's probably basing it off of
Yeah.
you're not playing your first year.
Yeah.
You just got a whole year of experience. There should be, especially, I mean, because you see it all over the country. You see Ryan Williams coming in on day one. Yes, he is an outlier. He's an exceptional talent. But it's not only him. The dude from Minnesota, Coy, he plays a different position. Coy, whatever. He's playing receiver, safety, punt return, kick return. He's a dog. So I don't want to hear freshman, whatever. Cool. I'm glad. Lock it in. You signed up. You signed on the line.
Yeah.
I don't think you have an excuse
And
to
plus,
not
too,
get better.
Like, to go with that point is, like, you should be ready to play.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe in the fact of, like, oh, I signed with a school. I'm
sit.
expecting to sit
Yeah.
out. My mentality
I'm gonna take
as an
somebody's spot.
athlete,
Yep.
I want to play off the bat.
Yep.
I want to go take somebody's spot. I'm not. If you go into OU thinking, yeah, I'm going to sit this year and I'm going to make it chill, don't come here. I don't want you here. If you have the mindset of I'm expecting to sit,
Yeah.
I don't want you at OU.
Unless you're like literally the 140-pound walk-on. But even then, at least take your reps seriously
Yeah.
in practice.
It's like, be a dog. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just a mentality
But,
thing. If you're
no,
coming
I
in
agree.
expecting to sit, don't come to OU.
I agree.
Because
Especially
we need dogs here.
yeah.
That's
And
what we have.
Especially if you're on scholarship. If you're on scholarship, you absolutely
Yeah.
should. Like, you are getting paid by the university basically to be here. You have a duty to be ready at all times.
Yeah.
But well, it's also like you can't say you can't protect them at all because X came in 2 games ago and he's tearing it up.
Yeah.
Eli
Earned his red
Bowen,
shirt.
Yep.
guarantee you, Eli Bowen was told he was going to be the backup all year, and he's tearing it up. So it's like there's no excuse for being young or not expecting that you were going to get the role. It's like you had the time to prepare,
That's
just like
I
everybody
think
else.
that's just football. Like
All
football
spring.
Yeah.
in general is
Yeah.
so every other sport. You're not gonna be. There's no like 4 deep in every other sport. You look. You go on the basketball team. What is there? What?
There's 15 guys. Yeah.
So
3
you're
deep
pretty much
max.
max.
Yeah.
Literally max.
Max.
You might be like
Yeah.
3 deep.
Yeah.
Baseball. You're still gonna be probably 2,
Yeah.
3. Because I mean, baseball, you're just rolling out the same guys over. You don't get like subbed out most of the time. Like
Yeah.
you're not getting tired like that unless you literally get hurt or you suck. You're getting subbed out. But football, you could be literally wide receiver 9.
Yeah.
You're like, I ain't playing.
Yeah.
Cool. Because there's 4 of you. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm really the 2 deep or like the 3
Yeah.
deep. But you're wide receiver 9. But it's like, dude, if I get to put on that OU jersey, I'm saying, oh, he went down. Hey, fast recovery. But it's
it's my
my time.
It's literally
That
my
is-
goal would be
Yeah.
right here.
Well, that's the truth of injuries.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally.
it's your opportunity. Like that's how it
Yeah.
is. When the opportunity comes, however it comes,
Like
be ready
X,
for it.
what did X do? He said, oh, we got some injuries.
Mm-hmm.
He will probably make, I mean, not trying to be whatever, being realistic, he will probably make 2 to 3 running backs hit the portal. Because they know,
Yeah.
oh, whoa, he's a dog. And I'm probably not playing next year. Gavin Sawchuk, probably hitting that portal.
Yep.
Caleb Hicks, we never got to see you much, but he's probably hitting the portal.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe Sammy. I don't know.
We'll talk about that in a second. But there was the kickoff return too.
Aaron Anderson.
Wasn't expecting that at all. Been playing great special teams all year,
And then we kicked it back to the same guy.
Yeah,
on
dude, he
all,
got
the
another
all the
40
kickoffs, we
yards.
kick it exactly
Yeah.
the same guy.
Dude.
Because that makes sense, Jack. Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw
Let's do that.
Zach Schmidt.
You trying to tackle him?
I saw it.
He
I
actually
saw
made,
him try to tackle.
He made a great effort. Made a better effort than
He
99
did.
than
Yeah,
every
he
other
did.
guy on that field.
Yeah.
That was actually impressive.
Yeah.
He actually looked athletic as hell for a kicker, and almost got the guy. And anyway, that was just a shame.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anytime, that's probably the most demoralizing thing when you watch your team let a kick go back.
Because you know,
Yeah.
as soon as they hit one cut,
Yes.
you say, he hit this certain cut. I think he like cut left. And I was like, oh, he's
Yeah.
gone.
There's always a switch that
Yeah.
flips in your brain like, oh, he's taking this back.
Because that's how special
You can
teams
kind
are.
of just see it like forming.
That's how the
whole-
formation is.
Yeah.
You form the little V, and if you literally can get past
One
the first
guy,
line,
yeah.
all you gotta do is beat the kicker. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna beat the kicker.
It's weird that that's kind of like such a, I don't know.
It's really kind of easy.
It's weird that there's, yeah. It's weird there's not like this is going to sound, somebody's going to call me stupid for this, but like it's weird that, and I guess the kicker is this,
Yeah.
but like a safety.
Yeah.
Like that's
You
not
go
the
throw
kicker.
Billy back there. And
Yeah,
be
like
"There's
some
just-"
throw somebody back there that's like there to protect that
Yeah.
scenario. But
Then it's
I
like,
don't know. I
you
guess that
gotta
doesn't
cover
happen
52
enough.
yards,
Yeah.
sideline to sideline. No one's doing that. But I mean,
Yes.
still, like you said,
Yeah, you can't cover the whole field.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was demoralizing. And
They should outplayed us, honestly.
and
I
the
mean,
last drive too, like our last drive, the way we we looked like we were trying to score, but we were running the ball. We were like doing a halfback dive for 1 yard and then not taking time. It's like, are we trying to score? Or what are we trying to do here?
We're trying to get some extra reps. Season's
Yeah.
over, or it's not over, but
It's like
Pretty
either
much
kneel
it's
it
over,
out
yeah.
or like throw it down the field.
Yeah, the last play, it was like the clock was ticking 9, 8, 7. I think, oh, Jack's gonna air it out. Hand off to Sammy Franklin.
Yeah.
Jet sweep to the right side.
Jeez.
Let's ask coach.
Literally.
That's an ask coach NCAA
Literally.
25 play.
Yeah.
Just stupid. Just stupid. There was no point in that.
So yeah, weird
Yeah.
time.
Weird time. It was cold.
It was frigid.
Garrett looked, Nussmeier looked great, and
Yeah.
Jackson,
Didn't.
he didn't. I do give him some grace though, because I saw several times where there were guys just not open. They just were not open. But there's also times where guys would be open and he would do what he does best and step in the pocket and get sacked. Step up
Yeah.
in the pocket. So it's like the times when Jackson steps up in the pocket and he escapes,
Yep.
he'll break away for 10 or 12 yards.
Yep.
But half the time, he steps up in the pocket, somebody catches his ankles, and he's down.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then a fumble happens, or he loses the ball, or whatever. So it's like a 50-50 ball with Jackson. And whenever he steps up in the pocket, I'm like, because I'm like, he's either going to break away for 10 or 12 yards, get a
gonna
first
fumble the
down,
ball.
or he's going to fumble the ball, or get hit or lit up, or he's going to get tripped
One
up.
thing I'll say, he hugged that ball yesterday.
Yeah.
He hugged it.
He did.
I don't know what they've been having him do, but
Something.
he ain't
What-
put that
yeah.
ball on the ground.
Honestly,
He must have heard our podcast.
honestly,
He must have heard our podcast.
Good job, man.
He probably
Yeah.
they probably didn't have to do anything to him. He probably just literally was just like, I'm so tired of freaking dropping this ball.
If
Like,
that's
well,
what
I
happened,
wish he was tired.
Yeah.
10 weeks ago.
10 weeks
if
ago.
you had
Yeah.
to say that, why would you ever be like,
Yeah.
I fumbled.
I would have been tired after the first time I fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
The very first time I fumbled the ball. And that rascal did it.
Yeah.
I saw a stat.
15.
OU, 15 fumbles.
We led
The
the
most in FBS.
yeah for the season.
15 lost fumbles. Lost fumbles. And we had 7 straight games of 1 or more lost fumbles. That means we're turning over the ball on fumbles at least once a game for our last 7 games.
That's insane.
That is pathetic. I understand fumbles happen.
Yeah.
They don't happen like that.
Imagine telling.
They don't happen like that.
Imagine like going into the offensive staff room before the season and saying, "Hey, by the way, when you're making your game plan, make sure you adjust for about 4 sacks a game consistently all year. Sometimes more.
Couple games with 9 and 10.
Also, about 1.2 fumbles lost a game. Make sure you adjust for that, and a few picks throughout the season, like several picks throughout the season. They would look at you and say, "So we're going 0-12." Like
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's the most awful season I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you're going to break the single season sack record
yeah.
at this university as well.
You're going to go through 3 quarterback changes.
They'd probably quit on the spot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they were faced with impossible odds, but at the same time, they got to figure it out. They got to figure out.
they created the impossible
Yeah,
odds.
Yeah, this is I'm gonna say it. This is the worst OU team I've ever seen since I've been alive.
For sure.
This was a horrible season. We had an awesome moment with Alabama. That was great. But overall,
It was a fluke. Sorry, guys. Sorry, BV. I understand. But it was a fluke.
it was a fluke.
Yeah, that's what-
You
I mean,
can't
it was
tell
a
me
fluke.
otherwise.
Yeah.
'Cause
Because, just like I said last
Yeah.
podcast, that was the only game that we've put all 3 phases of the game together. But that was the only time we did that. So that is a fluke.
And Alabama beat LSU
Bad.
in LSU
42-13.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I agree.
but just absolutely horrendous season. It was pathetic the whole time. We all knew from game 1. We put up 52 points, and everybody was like, the offense looks a little questionable.
Then Houston was like,
And then
"Ooh,
Houston, and then Tulane.
Can you believe the regular season is over?
It was bad.
praise God.
6-6. It's weird that 2022 we went 6-6. It felt so much better, not because the schedule was not not this bad, obviously, but it was the fact that it was his first year. It's like, okay, like 6-6, like this is scary, but it's his first year.
That was just talent. Like, we had the talent of a 6-6 team. This
Yeah.
is just
Yeah.
players are playing
Terrible.
terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Coaching terrible.
The running backs couldn't figure it out
Yeah.
until Mizzou, really.
Mhm.
Like, they couldn't figure it out then. The receivers could not figure it out. all season.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks couldn't figure it out until Alabama, and that was about it. Michael played good at Auburn, but not stellar. Like, O-line didn't figure it out to Alabama, and that was the only game they ever did.
Mm-hmm.
Defense played pretty well all season, but then they went through a rough patch where they weren't turning the ball over. They weren't getting turnovers. They looked good, but they didn't look great.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a really bad year. A really, really bad year. And I hope it gets better.
So now that we've gone 6-6, we got to get a new OC, and we got to go in the portal. And it's already getting crazy. Jaquez Petaway already said that he will enter the portal when it opens, and then 4-star receiver for 2025 has already decommitted. So, and then Kevin Sperry, obviously, a few weeks ago, already flipped to FSU, which is crazy. Crazy work.
That's fine.
He got paid. Nobody's going to FSU because they believe in Mike Norvell. No,
But
he got money.
That's fair.
yeah, so I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what the game plan is. I hope it's got to be quick. That is my number one key. Is
watch Zach Schmidt get shrugged.
yeah, he put in an effort though. He put in an effort.
Gosh, he got flattened. Wow.
I mean, what do you expect?
No, I know, but y'all said he looked pretty athletic, and I was waiting, and then I just saw him get trucked.
It was up until the
he was running
up until the contact.
Hold on, it's in slow mo.
Rascal flew.
Boom.
God, dog, he's got that. Never mind.
Oh man, that's all right.
Yeah.
Good job.
Well, here's what I'll say about the portal and the OC situation: is BV got to announce it now, because you got 3 days until
Not even signing days on Tuesday.
Signing days on Tuesday. You got now 8 days until the portal opens up.
It's gotta be
You got
done.
guys already decommitting. You got 2 guys already decommitting. You got a guy in the portal. Announce the hire tomorrow.
You also
what are you waiting for? What?
Our quarterback literally last night said, "I'm waiting to see the OC hire."
Yeah, it's like
So it's got to be now.
What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for?
To be fair, I would expect at the soonest to be tomorrow morning, because Sunday is literally even though I guess to be fair, on your side, it don't matter if it's Sunday and you just got back from LSU, but
Should already
they
made
have
his
to.
mind.
They have a lot of stuff that they, I mean, Joe John probably didn't even get home. They probably didn't get home till 6 a.m.
Yeah, probably.
7 a.m.
Jeez.
So I mean,
That's so buns.
yeah, you're probably getting 5 hours of sleep and getting back at the facilities at noon,
Then you get fired.
and then you get fired. Yeah,
Pack your bags.
and then
Yeah. But it's just that needs to be announced ASAP, or we're gonna keep losing guys.
Yeah.
And other guys, here's the thing too, is that they don't have to enter the portal before they start thinking about where they're going to school next year. There are guys that have probably thought back in September.
Yeah.
They're entering the portal and they're looking at other schools of where to go. And they could be on the verge of us or somebody else, but we don't have an OC. So it's we need to announce that tomorrow. I think literally tomorrow needs to be the announcement.
what I hope is not the case is that there is no announcement to make, because
If that happens, there's no way.
well, no, I'm saying
What do
I
you mean by
hope
that? Yeah.
I hope they have found somebody,
Oh,
because
Oh God, if
well, that's what I'm saying.
if he doesn't have
I
a
thought
guy
you were
yet,
just saying Joe John's just gonna be.
oh
it.
my, if he does not have a guy yet, that's
He didn't ever go to. He's not at Utah.
a big problem. A big problem. If we do not have an OC yet, that is a
So Ben
massive
Arbuckle is
problem.
getting offers from everywhere. So it just, man, I really hope that Ben Arbuckle didn't turn us down, and now we are let's say he turned us down on Thursday or something. We had to fly out on
Scrambling,
Friday. Game on Saturday. We haven't even gotten a chance to call. We're making calls frantically on a Sunday. That is I hope that nightmare situation is not happening at the athletic facilities right now.
Well, there's several guys. We were talking about this on the drive home. I think, me personally, I would love Ben Arbuckle, but mostly because
John Mateer.
John Mateer. that rascal can play some football. He can play some football.
Even though they just lost to Wyoming.
And even though they just lost to Wyoming, but that rascal can play some ball.
Yeah.
And if there's something that we need, it's a quarterback. So
Yeah, I don't
bring
know.
on John Mateer.
I'm cool with Ben Arbuckle. I'm worried that we haven't made a hire yet. Because if we haven't made a hire yet, it's going to be bad. And we'll know tomorrow probably if we haven't made a hire yet.
Well, there's evidence pointing right now. There's evidence kind of supporting that theory, because it really doesn't make sense not to announce the hire today. Like, what would be the reason the announcement isn't made?
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a million reasons to announce it because I mean
That's what I'm saying.
it's 8:30 p.m. right now, and I could check Twitter, and somebody else could be decommitted.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, what would be the reason to not announce it?
Yeah.
And that is a strong reason, which is we don't have anybody.
My only thing
Which
would be like,
crazy.
would you rather, like, if this is worst case and they don't have anybody, or like they don't have the right guy, would you rather them? Because personally, I would rather them take more time to
Yeah.
get the right guy.
Yeah.
for sure.
But then it's like at that same thing, decommit, and like still like Marcus Harris, the 4-star receiver that just decommitted, he still plans to sign on. I guess signing day's on Wednesday. It's on the 4th. He still plans to sign on the 4th. So even if you wait, he's gonna sign that paper. If you don't have it by like Tuesday, he's gone. Like he's not gonna be like, hold on, can we postpone this? I gotta see who they hire.
Yeah.
Because
And
he's
honestly, like, I don't blame him.
Oh yeah.
no, that's
I would not go
I
to a
don't
school
blame
without an
him.
OC. If
No,
I was
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to a school without an OC
Yeah.
if I'm an offensive player.
Yeah.
If I
don't blame
really
him at
loved it,
all.
I think for us,
Yeah, for
since we
us,
love it, I would just
Sign me up.
postpone my signing day. I'd be
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna sign in if I don't want to like
February.
early enroll or something. I'd sign in
Yeah.
February. But
Yeah.
for him, if he's trying to early enroll, get the 15 bowl practices or whatever, you got to go. Like
Yeah.
wherever your second option, it's not like he's not highly touted or anything like
Yeah.
that. But it's just like, how do
don't
we
know.
not? We're literally the University of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
People should be drooling, like not lining up. And I mean, he said the line is from here to wherever, the Gulf of Mexico or whatever. He said, probably with
Then why haven't we announced the hire yet?
probably with a couple,
If it
couple
is, then why-
hobos,
yeah.
maybe couple
Yeah.
hobos. I need some.
I'm part of that line technically.
Yeah, like,
I would take the job.
it. I'll take.
Yeah, I'll
Seth
take
Patrol
that.
made 1.1 million, and he was awful.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
I'll do it for 500,000.
I'll suck. Give me 300K.
Pause.
I'll give.
Sorry.
I'll take 1/4 of his salary.
Oh yeah.
And I'll go suck. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, that's insane. I don't know why they haven't announced the hire yet. And the evidence, like you said, is kind of pointing towards the fact that they might. The theory is they might not have one
Guys, what
because
if it's
there's
Joe
so
John?
many reasons to announce it.
What if
If
it's
it's Joe John, then I'm just gonna become a I don't know, probably a Colorado Buffalo fan. That might be better.
Yeah.
You told me Busta might be perfect.
Yeah.
Tulsa Golden Hurricane.
Oh yeah, Rock them
So,
Canes.
I don't know. It's just that's concerning me right now. Is like this is not a.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like they have things together right now.
Yeah.
Are we? I'm trying to think. Like, are we over exaggerating that they haven't announced it Sunday, or are we sane in the sense of why haven't you announced it yet? You
I
know?
think if I won't be worried. Like I'm really not worried right now.
Okay.
I'll be worried if I wake up on Tuesday morning and I have
Yes.
no idea.
I totally
Yeah,
agree.
because-
Yeah.
Today is think about the turnaround
That's been
of you just played a game.
somewhat reasonable.
I know
Yeah.
they probably flew
Yeah.
back last night, but still, like
They got charter
take their
buses,
Sundays,
They got,
like-
yeah.
you're gonna give some time. People know, like
Yeah.
you're probably having conversations. Your exit meetings are probably today. Like, hey, Joe John, meet me at the facility at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about it. Joe John probably knows his fate. The coaches probably already know, like, if they're coming back or not.
I would
Yeah.
bet you who's fired has been fired.
Who's
for
fired has been
sure.
fired. They know, hey, we're bringing in
Mm-hmm.
so and so.
Yeah.
He's bringing his wide receiver coach. Blah 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 blah.
I hope not.
I don't know. That's one of the things I keep
Yeah.
seeing is that they think Emmett Jones is gone.
They think
because-
Emmett and DeMarco.
yeah, two
Some-
running backs.
Who's
two,
they?
Just Twitter.
I'm just like Twitter.
Just
people on
Twitter?
Yeah,
Okay.
just people on Twitter.
just
but
Twitter.
I don't know.
DeMarco. That.
But if
We've talked
DeMarco
about that
leaves, you think
before.
about it. X?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, also Emmett Jones, Jaden Gibson,
Gone.
Jalil Farouk,
Nick.
Deion Burks, Nick Anderson. I mean, we don't know that for sure, obviously, but anyways, I just think the only way it would have been announced today is if it had been done
Yeah.
like a week in advance. But tomorrow is when we should be finding out if they're doing it right now.
Yeah.
Or Tuesday morning. If it is Tuesday evening and we don't know, then you can go ahead and expect tons of guys to decommit, I would think, and then you can also
A lot of guys hit the portal.
You can declare that the sky is falling at OU football just a little bit. So yeah, that's the sitch. There will probably be tons of updates by our next podcast on this
Wednesday's
situation.
probably going to be kind of juicy.
It will
Yeah,
probably
Wednesday's gonna be a very interesting podcast.
It'll probably be just this stuff on Wednesday.
100%. There ain't nothing else to talk about.
Because true, but also like there will probably be plenty of
Pre-game portal podcast.
Uh-huh.
Is gonna be going.
pre-game. We're battling the portal and we're losing. We're losing badly.
It's bad.
We are losing badly to the transfer portal, and
Okay.
it's not going well.
Lincoln Riley left, was it December 29th or 28th?
Yeah, something like that.
BV was hired on December
Wait.
5th.
No,
No,
Lincoln
I was
Riley
saying,
left
wait.
on like November 30th.
Yeah, I was going to say because
No, that's what I meant. My bad. I meant
Yeah.
November. I meant
November
November.
29th. Or,
BV was hired.
Okay, BV was hired December 5th.
Yeah.
6 days later.
So.
Yeah.
So, and that was
that was
we
the
didn't
longest week of my
even. But what's
life.
crazy is that we didn't even know. That's why I'm getting nervous because we didn't know that Lincoln was leaving, and then 6 days later we found our head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Luttrell was fired in October, right?
Yeah, but it's also end of the season, I feel like. Like Seth Luttrell, that's mid-season. You can't go get.
No. What I'm saying is like you're talking to people.
Oh, yeah.
Already.
Mhm.
We had 6 days to call people when we found our head coach,
Yeah.
Brent Venables. They've had half a season, and we don't know, and there's just rumors.
Huh.
That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
I just feel like the hire should have been coordinated weeks ago, and it should have been announced as soon as the
It should be a
season
done
ended,
deal.
because it's like there's no reason to play around with this.
Yeah,
this
I don't know.
stuff,
I just think.
Maybe I'm over exaggerating, but it doesn't make sense.
in BV fashion, this is my last thing I'll say about it.
Mhm.
But I feel like in his mind, how he is, I feel like if Joe John would have cooked up
Mhm.
and been crazy, we would have just rocked with him.
Oh,
and he would have
God.
been it. So I feel like that's why we probably weren't making calls as soon as we should have. As soon as we fired Seth Luttrell, we
Yeah.
should have been on that phone. Like, hey,
Yeah, that's what I'm
blah,
saying.
blah, 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 blah. But he's
Maybe
probably
he
like,
was.
let me give Joe John. Joe John might be able to cook something up, blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
Hopefully
But
not.
still, you saw that he wasn't cook. Nothing.
Mhm.
Stoves were off.
Yeah. Well, if he said, I know he said that he doesn't give what you call it,
Like priority
Priority
people
to
that
OU
ties
people?
or whatever. Yeah.
but I mean, if you're gonna say that publicly,
Yeah, you got to act on it.
then we should have already had this coordinator
Yeah.
situation figured out by now.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, we have a very interesting championship weekend ahead of us,
Yeah, we do.
and we'll find out our bowl. When is that?
Yeah.
Tuesday or Sunday? When do we find out our bowl?
It's got to be after conference championships, right? Is
It's
it?
probably
Maybe
think
it's that
it's
following
Sunday.
Tuesday
Oklahoma versus TCU.
Yeah. So
and
this
the
is
Liberty Bowl.
so.
Where's that?
I got two projections up here. We got the Liberty Bowl on December 27th in Memphis, Tennessee,
Not going.
will
versus
not be there.
TCU.
Oh no way.
And then we also got let's see this one. I just had it.
TCU Liberty Bowl in Memphis.
Yeah.
I would rather poop in my hands and clap.
And then NC State in the Birmingham Bowl.
NC State in the Birmingham Bowl.
The Birmingham Bowl is crazy.
What happened to the Vegas Bowl prediction?
Well, we started losing more games.
Awesome.
The main sponsor of the Birmingham Bowl is Papa John's. And it's in Birmingham, Alabama at Protective Stadium. I never even heard of Protective Stadium.
Protective Stadium.
What is it?
Who
host?
plays in Birmingham?
UAB.
Wait, no.
Oh my no. There's no way we're playing at the UAB Stadium for our bowl
100%, I
game.
guarantee it is.
It is. That's
Well,
the
there's
home of the UAB. UAB.
Oh, no.
It is the home of the UAB.
Blazers.
What are Blazers?
The Blazers.
And the Liberty Bowl. Where is the Liberty Bowl?
UAB
played
is the
at?
team that you hit when you hit select randoms on college football.
Yes.
You get
I-
correct. Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
I mean,
Who are
golly,
they
that's-
hosting to?
That's the Memphis
Memphis.
Stadium.
Oh no.
That's the Memphis
So
University
we are
Stadium.
either
Two
our
G5s.
bowl location will either be the Memphis Tigers Stadium or the UAB Blazers Stadium, according to projections.
Here's what I'm doing. I'll turn that bad boy on right here.
Yeah.
I'm not going. Heck no.
There's no way I'm going. And
Absolutely not.
those not only I hate to hate on a city, but those are two cities that I don't ever think of as a destination. Those are drive-through cities. Those are you're going to Florida and you drive through Memphis and you go down to Birmingham. So, jeez, that's brutal.
Yeah, that's
brutal.
6-6 Oklahoma playing in the Liberty Bowl
or the
Birmingham
And then
Bowl.
they'll have the audacity. They'll have the audacity to lose that game
Oh, that's
after
facts.
we just went to these two
in our
garbage
first SEC
cities
season.
and go 6-7. And
I
we,
can so see a world where like NC State, like, and especially with like guys that are going to opt out. I mean, who's going to play receiver if some guys like transfer out? Like, what if, like, imagine a world. Okay, we already got
Barsharp's
two
gonna be in the
players already
slot.
transferred out. Imagine a world where, let's say, J.J. Hester transfers out, and like, dude, what are we gonna run? What are we gonna play?
We're gonna run Bauer Sharp tight end screen.
So yeah, and then obviously like we have plenty of guys on defense that'll sit out.
Yeah.
So
And we put
man,
Major Melson.
Dude, we might.
didn't he play?
WR1.
Did he
He
play?
played versus Bama.
WR1.
That is insane to think about, bro.
It was like the
to trash time
yeah.
still.
yeah.
but he was lined up, bro. He
Major
was lined
Melson's
up.
our starting wide receiver. Watch him go 400 yards,
I want to see the picture of
5 touchdowns.
but it's on his Instagram of him lined up versus a Bama DB. That's so
He
tough.
probably was like trying to engagement farm, bro, and just like, or like get a picture, get a clean
Yeah,
picture.
you gotta like do like
you know
all
he
the
posted-
hard poses,
Wait,
bro.
can we look that up? Look up his Instagram. I want to see if he posted it. I would probably, but like
Oh,
that's
100%, dude. That's
but that's
tough.
hilarious if he posted it on his Instagram.
Major Melly, baby.
Major Melly.
Major
That's
Melly,
hard.
that's hard.
Major Melson's a great guy.
He's a good guy. Yeah, he seems like. a
Yeah,
good
he's
dude.
good. He gives good vibes. I wish nothing but the best for Major.
Rats.
No
Oh,
post
those are
from
pain.
Alabama yet.
Oh
Jeez, just from Maine.
man,
He got one from Maine
That's
though.
tough.
I wouldn't even hate. I want him to do it, but fire. All
Anyways,
right, anyways,
Big Ten. What do we got? What? Oregon,
Indiana.
it's
no,
Penn
Oregon,
State.
Penn State.
Oh, is it Penn State? Interesting. What did it?
Oregon, Penn
They're
State.
ranked higher, I think.
Yeah, I guess so.
Then it's Arizona State,
Iowa State.
Iowa State
State.
in the Big 12. ACC is Clemson versus SMU. I'm excited about that game.
That's awesome.
I'm really excited. I can't wait to watch SMU. I put them in my playoff bracket, so
Me smooth.
Dude,
I'm stoked about them.
I've seen zero playoff practice with Miami anymore. I think they're out.
yeah, dude,
they're
just lost
clear
to
out.
Syracuse. Bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cooked.
yeah,
That's crazy. That I mean, like they were the 3 seed all year long until
they're frauds.
2 weeks ago. For
They're
sure, they for
frauds
sure.
all year.
I was just like
Yeah, it's shocking.
the whole season. I was like, they're frauds, but I don't see them getting exposed.
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
did. Thank goodness.
Syracuse
And,
ended up being decent.
I'm sad that the path for Colorado to make it to the playoff is
Yeah.
off.
I know, dude.
I was wanting to see that, but
I was really wanting to see Colorado in the Big 12 championship
and then
Georgia, Texas.
Georgia, Texas.
rematch.
A rematch, and this time it's in Atlanta.
Uh-oh.
It was in Austin, and they won by double points.
Double points.
I can't imagine. I can't. I mean, I won't be picking Texas. Is what I'm trying to say there.
It might be a whooping.
Dude, the fact
you just got to.
that
I know you can't. I know what you're gonna say.
how are we so dominant for the last 15, 20 years? Texas is dog water. They suck. And then the year that we get into the SEC, they're just cold. The last 3 years. Well, I'll give them that. The last 3 years.
NIL baby. NIL.
They're just so good. They go to the SEC chip. Like, they don't belong. We belong there. We deserve to be there.
Well-
We've been dominant for years before them.
Yeah.
We deserve to be in this game more than Texas.
Here's my
And we
rant
suck.
on that: is I hate how people have such a short memory, because people are around the nation that aren't OU fans have already seemed to forget that OU literally ran the Big 12, and Texas was always ranked 4th or 5th in the Big 12
Yeah.
every year, if not lower.
Yeah.
And people seem to think like Texas is the dominant like Texas was the big program pickup for the SEC. Like they were the program that the SEC wanted. OU just kind of tagged along. OU's the little brother to that program.
Yeah.
And it's like, y'all have such a short memory. Literally 8 years ago, we started a 6-year Big 12 championship run. We had Trey Young and Buddy Hield taking us deep in March Madness. It's like,
We're dogging Texas.
we are one of the
Yeah.
we are a premier athletic school, and just because right now they're having success in all their programs, people are like, that's the way that athletic program is way better than Oklahoma's. And it's like we are the reason they
Yeah.
have about 0 conference titles in the past 20 years, except for just recently.
Well, they never even competed. We played them in
yeah.
our 6-year dynasty run of Big 12 championships. We played them 1 year.
Yeah.
and that was with Kyler.
It was always.
And we beat them.
it was
We
always
lost
other
them in the
teams,
season.
yeah.
We beat them in the Big 12 championship game. Yeah, Texas. I don't understand the hype. I really don't get it. They've sucked for so long. We've been so much better. But if people want to forget, they can forget because we'll come back. But it's just so annoying. Like, we were at LSU, and we've heard this. It wasn't just LSU, but they're like, welcome to a real conference. Welcome to a real conference. I'm like, if we had the teams that we had before, we would be dogging y'all right now. If we had any of the Baker, Kyler, or Jalen teams, we're dogging LSU.
dude.
We're dogging Ole Miss. We're dogging Tennessee. We're beating Alabama because if this team can beat Alabama, we're beating Alabama. It's like,
I know.
y'all, they don't understand. Like, you've caught us at our worst,
Yeah.
and we're still like kind of competing with you guys. Like, when we get back to who we are,
Yeah. It's like I know our defense are bad, but this offense would literally. There's not an offense in college football that's even close right now to what we had for 5 straight years.
yeah,
Not even close.
yeah. Everyone's talking about 2019 LSU. They had that 1 year,
Yeah.
one
We had
season.
6 straight seasons.
Granted, it was incredible, but like we had 6 straight seasons of top 2, but not 2 offenses in the country. Like, yeah, I don't understand the OU slander. It's like, dog, we would destroy you any other year. You caught us at our worst. So, SEC, when we get back to who we are, you guys are cooked. LSU, you guys are cooked. Ole Miss, cooked. Like,
That's what's frustrating
back.
is like as a program, we are so much better. I remember saying this at Ole Miss. I was walking and I was just like looking up at all their, and it said like
1963.
Yeah.
SEC West or
Yeah.
SEC East champions, and it had 3 years on it. And I
Yeah.
was like, you won your division 3 times in the past 50 years, and y'all are gonna beat us today, and be like, oh, that team they should never have joined the SEC. And it's like, dude, literally,
yeah. Like, when I get fear of the SEC, it's not you.
it's not you. We're
It's
not talking
Bama
about
and
you.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 schools. Not even Tennessee. Tennessee's been pretty good the last few years, but not great. Like, Bama and Georgia is who I'm afraid of.
We already showed them that Baker game versus Tennessee. We already showed them what we need to show them.
Yeah. And that
That
was
game was
10 years ago, 9 years ago. I don't know.
God, that's sad. That makes
Yeah.
me very sad.
We'll get back, and when we come back, the SEC has a rude awakening.
Yeah.
I'm almost glad that we played so bad this year
I'm
because
not.
when we come back,
I'm
these
not
SEC
glad.
schools have all this confidence, and we just come pow, 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 pow.
If we are gonna get back though, it's got to start tomorrow, man. It's
Yep.
got to start with an announcement tomorrow. I gotta refresh my Twitter and see something good, or else it's gonna be bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's hit our around the world real quick, and then we'll get out of here.
Around the world of
Or like
our
scores.
our score prediction. Well, no, we do that Wednesday.
Well, no, we do these on.
Oh, no.
like our
actual
yeah.
score. Okay.
Kylan, you came in last place because you picked K-State and you picked Oklahoma. I picked Oklahoma as
I
well.
picked Clemson. Why did I do that? No, I didn't.
No, you picked South Carolina. So
Yeah, wait, how
but
did I-
you picked South Carolina and Texas. Those were your correct scores.
Yeah, so the 3
Or
games we
correct
picked were
games.
Kansas State, Iowa State,
Oh, and I
Clemson,
picked,
South Carolina,
yeah,
and
Mhm.
Texas
Yeah.
A&M.
So
Okay.
Colby missed on the A&M game. I missed on the Oklahoma game. And that led to Colby being first place, me being second place, and Kylan being
Jeez.
third place.
Mm.
I'll never be the same.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed watching Texas and Texas A&M. That was a great game. Or it wasn't a great game. I just enjoyed watching
Yeah.
like the game of
Yeah.
it back. That was cool. I wish we predicted it Michigan, Ohio State, but who would have ever guessed that it would have been like that?
It would have been another loss.
That
What a
was
game.
crazy, dude.
Okay, let's take a moment for around the world on the fight and the pepper spray. That was
That's
absolutely bonkers.
All of college football yesterday just lost their mind.
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody. North Carolina, NC State,
Rivalry week is so
rivalry
bad.
weekend, Auburn, Alabama. It was
dude,
fire.
I don't like LSU being rivalry week. I hope that doesn't continue.
That's what they were saying. That's what
Uh-huh.
people were saying. They're
And
like, "Is
I-
this supposed to be a rivalry?"
I
And
feel
was
LSU fans were saying that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
But nobody wants that.
nobody on either side wants that to be a rivalry.
Yeah.
I think you just go get a OSU, man. Just go bring it back.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I agree.
I don't
yeah.
want
I totally agree.
Dude, it's
Florida-
Gundy. It's
Uh-huh.
it's OSU's problem.
And hey,
They're the problem.
Gundy's about to be out of there, so we'll see. But
That'd be interesting.
But Florida and Florida State do it. Georgia and Georgia Tech, they play an out-of-conference game in the last week of the season.
South Carolina, Clemson.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody does it. So
Is it the AD's fault or Gundy's? They're just they were so salty about us
A
leaving.
lot of probably
It's
there's
like,
a
what
lot
are
of
y'all
admin
doing?
involved.
We want to make it happen.
Yeah, I
Make it
totally agree.
happen. OSU fans, dude, I can't. If there's one thing I can't stand OSU fans.
Yeah, there was a crash out among the freaking college.
I'm telling you, if you had a flag and we're
awesome?
ready to go plant that,
Yeah.
something's happening.
Dude, Baker started he
I
created a
just-
domino effect.
And my thing, and I agree 100% with what is this? Davis Warren? Is that Michigan? Davis Warren, I
Yeah.
think it is. He said, "We're gonna come on your field. We're gonna beat you, and we're gonna plant our flag. If you want to do something about it, do it during the game."
That's my.
Yeah,
I
And
totally
I think
agree.
Jack Sawyer, the defensive end for Ohio State,
Soft.
is losing his mind. Ryan Day is just sitting there. Is it disrespectful? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I don't care.
if you don't want to get disrespected,
don't lose.
Don't lose.
Don't lose to Michigan, and you're the number 2 team in the country.
6 and 5 Michigan.
Yeah, terrible Michigan.
6 and 5 Michigan comes into your house.
Y'all disrespect. They disrespect you for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Y'all wasn't doing nothing then.
Yeah. No, I
And then
totally
pepper
agree.
spray. That was crazy.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
Pepper's
I
There's
wasn't
the
a
Michigan
fan.
guys too.
Gus Johnson on the
Oh,
call
that's-
was saying like, just a disrespectful move by Michigan.
Yeah.
Do not come on somebody's field and plant the flag. I was like, dude, they just beat Ohio State on the road in a year where
They're not good.
they're terrible. They have a new coach. A bunch of seniors returned even though they didn't need to because
Yeah.
they could have gone to the league. That game means. I mean, that game means something. So, yeah, I don't
Crazy.
know. Michigan over Ohio State. It means something to me.
Speaking of, does Ryan Day keep his job at Ohio State University? Listen, here's a crazy stat:
Was he fixed?
1-4 against Michigan in his career, 47-1 against the rest of the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
Does he stay at Ohio State?
I think I saw something that overall his record's 56-10.
Yeah.
He wins games.
Imagine getting fired for going 56-10,
Dude.
but you cannot beat
But
your
it-
rival.
the thing is, there's 2 schools in the entire country where it's like, you have to beat that team, but no other success matters. Obviously, if you win national championships,
Yeah.
but like, I think it is OU Texas and Michigan Ohio State.
Mhm.
It's the only 2 schools where that's like just unacceptable. You have to beat that certain team.
It's fair.
Oh,
Have to.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. There's gonna be interesting combos.
They're going to the playoff. So
That's
it's
what I'm
not
saying.
going to
Yeah.
be soon.
They could have a chance. They could win a national championship this year.
Now, if they
That's
are
what's
a
crazy.
first round exits, if they host a playoff game, which are they even going to host? I don't know. But let's say they host or they go on the road to, I don't know,
Indiana, Texas.
Texas, and they lose, then it's like, woo, you just lost it. You can't finish the year.
Back-to-back
Yeah.
losses.
Yeah, I don't know. Especially if you lose at home to like
yeah.
Arizona State. In that case scenario,
Yeah. Ryan Day though cannot beat Michigan. It's a curse.
crazy. That senior class never beat Michigan. It was before COVID. We were in high school when they last beat Michigan.
I'd be crashing out too.
I'd be crashing out. Yeah, for sure.
Crashing out
Jack
too.
Sawyer,
Then if I see my coach just standing there, just like,
yeah. Pepper spray, dude. That's so crazy. There's just that picture of the Michigan players like, it's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
What a crazy situation.
Crazy weekend of
That
football.
was sick, though.
Yeah.
Personally, I loved the chaos. I eat that stuff up.
I love disrespect, bro.
Yeah.
Disrespect is
I
so
love
funny.
disrespect, and I love fights, and I love to see just chaos.
Do it, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Storm the field,
field,
pepper
do
spray the players.
anything.
I don't care. Do it. I want to see it. It's good TV.
Dude, it's funny.
All right, guys. Well, do you have anything else to add?
Hope
'Cause-
everyone had a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. We're thankful for you.
We're thankful
Mm.
for
We're
you.
thankful for you.
Thankful.
If you're still watching this, please like and subscribe. Just like we always say, we're going to give you the best content. And in order to do that, please like and follow us on all our social medias. We make it easy for you.
Exactly.
We're making it easy for you. We're on everything. Just go check our stuff out. But we're thankful for you. Hope you had a good weekend and happy holidays. December 1st.
Let it
Golly.
snow. Let it snow. Let it snow.
Isn't that crazy?
Thanks, guys.
Peace.